Geography. Australia encompasses a wide variety of biogeographic regions, being the smallest continent in the world and in the same time constituting the territory of the sixth largest country in the world. Australia's population is concerned along the east and southeast coast. Australia is a very large country. It has beautiful beaches which are very well cared for the deserts known as outback and subtropical regions of the south. However, with a similar climate to Latin American countries, with this rich environment, it's home to a wide variety of habitats and many species of animals endemic on the country. Tourism. Over the last few years, Australia has become one of the most attractive tourist spots in the world. Every year, it receives 5 million visitors surrounded by water, endowed with extensive lands where nature green oceanic waters and water abound the sun. Also proposes intense cultural and gastronomic movement. Tourism in Australia is an important part of the Australian economy that consists of national and international components. Most important industries in Australia for the economy is the BHP Group. His sector is basic materials for metals and mining. Also Rio Tinto, that his industry is for metals and mining. Then continues the Commonwealth Bank, that it's for financial services and diversified banks. Then is the CSL, is the healthcare industry biotechnology. Then continues the Westpac. His sector is in financial services and diversified banks. Then the NIB, his sector is financial services and diversified banks too. Also like ANC. In Fortescue, it is also an industry of metals and mining. Then continues Wesfarmers. His sector is consumer cyclical and his industry is home improvement retail. And the last one is the Macquarie Group. His sector is financial services and capital markets. Under the instruction of the British government, Arthur Phillip founded a penal colony to Sydney Cove arose that later was called Sydney. The declaration of the independence in the USA led in the England to seek new lands. The management of the lands was entrusted to British. Officers and soldiers, emancipated inmates, were offered the possibility of rebuilding their lives. The government offered them interesting credits so that they could acquire the lands. The British government finally suspended the deportation of prisoners because at that time everyone dreamed of going to Australia. Australia regrouped into a federation. After a dispute between Melbourne and Sydney, Canberra became the capital of the federal state of Australia.
Aussies are friendly and down to earth. The Aussies, as the Australian natives are known, the UN has classified Australia as one of the countries with the highest happiness rates in the world. Love for the sport and adventure. One of the greatest secrets of happiness in Australia culture is the love of the physical activity. The most common are hiking, surfing, swimming, cycling, tennis, soccer, etc. Sports enthusiasts are also attracted to Australia because it is the venue for the great activities and sporting events.
Hello, my friends. Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, was born on February 22. Was an Australian zookeeper, conservation and television personality, and television died on September 4.
The flag of the Commonwealth of Australia is composed of a blue background with the flag of the United Kingdom in the canton. Under this, a 7-pointed white star is located, known as the Commonwealth Star, or also called the Federation Star. It is made in two parts. The one hand, the base, and the other, the filling. The base is cooked with flour, butter, and salt. These ingredients are mixed and the forms. As for the filling, it is generally made up of mixed meat broth, flour, nutmeg, soy sauce, and salt. It is cooked in water over low heat, and once the meat is cooked, the flour is added.